Going to pick up the girls from school right now. Really nasty weather. A lot of rain coming down. We had a drought here in California. Pretty much all summer, no rain. And it's got to rain a lot more than this to catch up, but it still really affects driving. And there's been a couple cars off the side of the road because it's really been coming down and accumulating on the roads a little bit, so people need to drive extra safe. We would really like to see in comments if there's anything you want to hear us talk about, whether it's something about the kids or something about us. Just go ahead and make a comment down below and ask us, or tell us what you want to see us do, and we're happy to share. You know, I guess one of the things about doing a daily vlog is things aren't interesting every day. I mean, there's, at least the things we catch on film aren't interesting every day. The kids are always saying something silly or funny or goofy or doing something nuts, but it's hard to catch that all on film. And then every day trying to throw together a couple-minute video. It's not a huge deal. It's fun, but sometimes I'll make the video and I'll be like, that was kind of boring, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to post that kind of stuff. So I really want to hear what you want to hear us talk about. Something I'm going to do within the next couple days is I'm going to start posting for just a couple minutes, I guess, some of my advice for other dads, because I have a lot of several friends that are thinking of having kids, and they just come to me and ask me for some advice or some parenting tips or whatever they need, and I'm more than happy to share. I don't do everything perfect. I don't do everything right, but I have some things that I think work really well, and I really am happy to share that with friends and family, or anybody who's looking to hear some additional input, some extra insight into parenting. For example, as you know, I have 4 daughters. That's a lot of daughters. That's a lot of kids. So something that I set the baseline with immediately with all my girls is setting up basic, easy to follow rules. So for example, I made it very simple for them. I told my children, as soon as they could hear me talk, I told them their job is to be a good listener, and it's my job to take care of them. So as a little kid, that's pretty easy to follow. Just be a good listener. So do what I say, listen to your mother, and that pretty much covers anything I could say. Just be a good listener. That's your job. Your only job is to be a good listener. Of course, when they get a little older and they go to school, well, now you have additional jobs. You're going to learn. You're going to grow up, and you're going to learn how to handle things, learn math and science and English, and you're going to become educated. So that's one of your jobs. And they understand as they get older and older that they get more and more jobs, because eventually, I told them they're going to be moving out, and then they'll have to know how to do everything on their own. So they understand that. And Gabrielle, she's 10, more so than Graceland and Gwen, and especially Gretchen. But just explaining to them what's going on. And it's just like, I guess it's just like sales or anything else. People always like to know the why with the what. So when you tell your kids what to do, you don't have to tell them why, but then they're going to ask you why 4,000 times. So you can nip that in the bud by telling them why. And sometimes because I said so is good enough. Sometimes that's plenty good enough. But you have to build that rapport and respect of them knowing that you do love them, and you are going to protect them, and you are looking out for their best interest, or else why gets a lot harder to answer when they feel like, you don't even care about me, you just try to make me mad, and you want to, it's no. Hey, we've talked about this. This is my job, is to look out for you. And sometimes, they want to go for sleepovers or this and that, and it's like, no, it's just too much of a hassle, and sometimes you have to earn rewards like that. You have to do some work around the house, you have to have good grades, you have to deserve extra special treatment. But it's not easy, it's a lot of work. And setting up that guideline of, it's your job to be a good listener and my job to take care of you, I think that was a really good baseline for me to set with my kids. And then also I tell my girls, and maybe more so because they're girls, but I tell a son the same thing. I let them know they're always safe with me. I let them know they're always safe. And I think that's important that little kids know, And I really haven't had too much I'm scared of this or I'm scared of that, because I'll let them know, hey, I'm right here. You're always safe with me. And I've ingrained that in them at a young age. Now, are they 100% safe? No, but they just know that their big, strong dad is going to do everything that he can to keep them safe. And that's a lot. That means a lot to them. And I know it does, because it sets aside a lot of their worries. And I think it's comforting for my girls to know that they're going to be safe with me. And I want them to know that and feel that way. And I tell my wife that too. That now, the good listener thing, that's a little bit harder to explain. But I'm always going to take care of you, and you're always safe with me. So, just to let them know, feel comfortable, and I think that helps with confidence and kind of their quirks. If you're living, you're scared, or I don't know. But I think that letting them know that they're safe, there's definitely some peace of mind and some peace that comes with just in the back of your mind knowing that you're safe. Even when 3 years ago, I got some stories to tell you guys. 3 years ago, we had a car crash into our house, and we didn't live in our house for about 9 months because there was a lot of structural damage and smoke damage and a lot going on. But even back then, we were in hotels and moving around a lot, and the girls were resilient. They were great because they looked to me for, hey, is this a big deal? What's going on here? We're not at home. And I just let them know, hey, they're remodeling our house, and this is fine. We're all safe. We're all happy. Look around. There's your sister. There's your other sister. We didn't have the fourth sister yet. There's mom and dad. Everybody's here. Everybody's healthy. We're okay. You're safe. And even in the moment, you have to keep a cool head the best you can. And because if I panicked, man, those girls would have been a little more traumatic experience with that whole thing, and the fire department carrying them out of the house and everything. So, but they were good, and they don't talk about it or anything so much anymore. Initially, they did a lot. Everyone that they would talk to, whether it was the housekeeper at the hotel, they would let them know. They would say, the house filled with smoke. We had the fire department in there. There was a car in our living room. All sorts of crazy stuff. But that's now. It's just kind of like, we went to the pool, and a couple of years ago we had a car crash into the house, and just happened. So anyway, I'll share some more nuggets later. Pulling in here to pick up the girls. Thanks for watching, and like I said, put some comments down below. Whatever, how we feel about certain things or what we do in certain situations. And it's not perfect, it's not the answer, but it's just feedback, something else that another family does, and we're learning. We're all human. We're trying to learn and take care of our families and our kids and our loved ones the best we can. So any advice is welcome.